Ayun po, so thank you very much po for your generous introduction. Ayan, medyo na-pressure yata ako. Hindi naman po. Okay po, so marami pong salamat no, sa pag-invite po sa akin. Thank you po Ma'am Bennett, Ma'am Alice, and sa bumubuo po ng GRI family. Thank you so much po. Okay po, so magandang umaga mga estudyante. Kapwa ako student pa rin. Ayan, so kumusta kayo ngayong araw? Okay ba? Okay ba tayo? Can I see a thumbs up from you kung okay tayo ngayon? Ayan, so I'm very glad to be with you today para ma-share sa inyo yung naging journey ko din dito sa aking career path kasi medyo ano din, challenging din. So mamaya kwentuhan ko kayo. Ayan. So hopefully hindi ko kayo mabore sa aking mga kwento. So I'm also very glad to see one of my classmates na dito din siya ngayon sa uh, platform, si Miss Ina. Ayan. So classmate kami noong I think third year and fourth year dito din sa GRI. So it's nice to see her after a long time. Ayan. So may I, ano po, ask the permission to share my slide po para po makapag-start tayo. Ayan po, so request in. Alright. Ayan po. So, nakikita nyo na po ba yung slides ko? Kita na po yung slide? Okay. Thank you very much. So, okay, so let's welcome everyone again no sa Online Career Exploration 2025 ng ating mahal na Jose Rizal Institute. Alright, so I'm Ma'am Che. Ayan, so although some people call me Ma'am Rochelle, I still prefer my nickname. Ayan. So pag tinatawag ako Rochelle, kinakabahan ako. Ayan. Pero yun, mas prefer ko talaga na tinatawag akong Miss Che, Ma'am Rochelle, ay Ma'am Che, ganyan. Pero some people call me by my surname and my full name, but Ma'am Che will be alright. Okay? So, kukwentuhan ko muna kayo. I think meron pa pala akong guess the picture dito. Ayan. So, can you guess the picture? Anong word kaya ito? Pwede nyo i-type na lang siguro sa, meron po bang, or may prize po yung makakahula. Ayan. Papadala ko na lang po kay Ma'am Bennett, if ever. Anyone po? Sure, ayan. Ayan, correct. So, parang buong section itong papadala natin ng candy, no? Ayan po. Yung isa po, next po, okay. I think binanggit to kanina. Ah, meron pa rin. Okay, counselor. Very good naman ng 12 STEM Inc., no? Very active. Nauuna palagi. Okay. So, last. Ay, psychometrician. Ayan. Very good. So, pa-take note na lang po kung sino papadalan ko ng mga candy dyan. Papadala ko po kay Ma'am Bennett. I promise you guys na meron kayo matatanggap na konting ayuda from Ma'am Che. Ayan. Okay, so, alright. So, backstory lang. Ayan. So, this is me. Ayan. When I graduated, for diamond kami. So, I think may 10 na, no? 10 diamond, no? So, I graduated batch 2001. So, ayan ako before, tapos kasama ko yung dad ko on stage. Ayan. So, masipag ako mag-aral nung high school. Eh, okay, these are also some of, ayan, when I did my speech, actually, I'm very mahiyain. Sobrang mahiyain. To the point na I think my teachers, no, so sila Ma'am Bennett, sila Ma'am Iris, if babalikan nila yung time na nag-aaral ako tapos sasabihin nila na I'll be speaking in front of you today, parang hindi sila maniniwala. So ganun ako mahiyain, no? So, you see, public speaking, speaking in front of other people is a skill. So, it means pwede nating matutunan. Ayan. So, kung meron dyan medyo mahiyain, don't worry. Darating yung time na kapag talagang kailangan ninyo because it's needed in your work, no, matututunan din siya. So funny thing dito, patapos na yung speech ko, medyo nakalimutan ko pa siya. Ayan, parang medyo na-froze ako ng mga 30 seconds. Hindi naman siguro, mga 20 seconds lang. I forgot my line. So nakikita ko yung mga teachers ko na sinasabi na medyo parang na-stop ako pero na-blank talaga ako sa sobrang kaba ko siguro noon, sobrang hiya ko, ayan. So, hindi ko siya makalimutan yung graduation kasi nga nakalimutan ko yung speech ko, ayan. Pero konti lang naman, slight lang, di naman masyadong halata, ayan. Okay? So, these are my classmates. Ito yung class picture namin. So, hinanap ko pa talaga yan, yung mga pictures namin. Ayan. So, medyo maliit lang. So, three Sagittarius ako ng third year, tapos ng fourth year is for Diamond. Ayan. So, kung mapapansin niyo ang teachers na nandito sa picture namin na teachers pa rin ngayon sa GRI, si Sir Canuno, tapos si Ma'am Tina, Ma'am Calderon, ayan. Ayan. So, Ma'am Rodriguez, ayan. So, teachers namin sila during that time hanggang ngayon, ma'am, very, ano pa sila, batang-bata pa sila dito nung mga time na yan. Yan, para I think graduate lang nila ma'am niyan, tsaka nila sir. Si Sir Canuno, ayan, mamaya papakita ko sa inyo yung mga natutunan kong dance steps kay Sir Canuno. Ayan, so baka hindi nyo ako makita, pero I'm here. Ito ako. Tapos dito, ito. Ayan. So maliit lang kasi. Okay? Of course, no, tulad nga ng sinabi ko, ayan, I still maintain a good relationship with my high school teachers. Ayan. So, si Ma'am Tina, ayan, itong isa kasama namin, this is Joanne, this is my friend, no. So, if ever na meron kaming time pa rin, ayan, we get to see each other, no. So, maintain pa rin ang aking friendship with my, teachers, ayan. Tapos si Sir Canuno, ayan, dito, it was taken in our house, yung picture na to. Ayan, kasi minsan nagto-talk din ako sa kanila. Ayan. And then of course, si Ma'am Alice, tsaka si Ma'am Bennett. Ayan. So si Ma'am Tina, teacher ko sa math. I'm not very good in math, pero kay Ma'am Tina, parang na-appreciate ko yung math subject. Sir Kanun, of course, yung mga mape, yan. And mga dance steps namin. Ayan. Ma'am Alice and Ma'am Bennett both are my teachers in values education. Ayan. Teka, balik natin dito. Ayan. So, teacher namin sa Values Education, si Ma'am Alice and si Ma'am Bennett. Ayan. I remember one time when I had a para misunderstanding with one of my friends. Ayan, tapos pinagbati kami ni Ma'am Alice. Ayan. Tapos sinulatan, no, we made a letter pa with Ma'am Alice thanking her. Ayan. I don't know if Ma'am Alice still remembers that, but ayun, gumawa pa kami ng letter kay Ma'am Alice thanking her na inayos niya yung namin, medyo hindi namin pagkakaunawaan ng aking friend. Ayan. So, I have a lot of memories, good memories here in Jerai. Ayan. So, bigyan ko kayo. Of course, field demo, every, February, pag foundation day natin. Ayan. Do you still have field demos right now? Nag-field demo pa kayo? Ayun, okay. Ayan. Then, of course, my friends, yan, I had a good friends, good set of friends na nagain ko dito sa aking high school life. And of course, yung JS prom, very memorable. May JS prom pa ba ang GRI ngayon? Meron pa kayo? Yes, of course. Ayan, no? Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'll give you some, parang throwback pictures. Ayan. So this is me. I think this is my first year in JRI. Ayan, so field demo yan ng Syempre si Sir Canuno ang nagturo sa amin ng ano, mga dance step. Ayan. Ayan. So, mahihain akong tao but I like dancing. Ayan. Dancing, pagsasayaw ng mga folk dance. Ayan. Baka akalain nyo kung anong klaseng dance. Pero folk dance. So, lahat ng field demos, sinalihan ko. Ayan. This is my first year. Tapos, eto yung second year, third year namin. Ayan. Tapos, this one is fourth year, yung naka-red. Tapos, etong nasa right side naman is sa plaza to. Kasi di ba pag fiesta ng Orani, ayan, so meron tayong DepEd Night and kasama yung ay kapag may DepEd Night. So, ayan, kasama rin kaming sumasayaw dyan sa, ano, sa plaza. So, kahit na mahiyain ako na ano person, still gusto ko yung nagpa-perform. Sumasali ako sa mga field demos dito sa Jerai. Okay? So that's one of ano my memorable experience sa Jerai kasi every year looking forward kami ano kayong sasayawin. So isa lang yung hindi ko sinalihan na sayaw, nagpat-lipat ako, that is tinikling kasi nga takot ako maipit. Ayan. So yun lang yung talagang hindi ko sinalihan. Eh, sabi ko kay Sir Canuno, wag niyo na po ako doon ilagay na sayaw, sa iba na lang. Ayan. And then, of course, these are my friends, no? Actually, hindi kami kompleto dito. Ayan. So we are composed of mga students from Hermosa and Orani. So this is Joanne and this is Jenny, mga tiga ano sila, Hermosa. We call them Hermosa girls. Ayan. Pati si Miss Ina, ayan. Hermosa, ayan, member yan ng Hermosa girls. Tapos kaming dito, mga tiga ano yan, tiga Orani na lang kami. So I still have good communication no with my friends. Ito, so yung friendship namin na ano naging ko through JRI, intact pa rin siya until now. 'Di ba? We graduated 2001 pero to 2025 na pero we see each other pa rin kapag may mga time. Although yung iba nasa abroad na, pag umuwi naman sila, we get together pa rin. Yan. And then another memorable year experience I had is ito, JS prom namin. Ayan. So, looking forward din kami dito sa JS Prom. Kahit dito lang siya sa JRI, dyan lang sa court natin, di ba? Sa may, we still have, we still appreciate, no, yung mga ganitong pagkakataon. And I think, this one, ito yung symbolic transfer of the key ng school. So, transfer sa akin during my, third year. Okay? So, ito yung very, significant din na experience sa akin during that time. So, yun yung mga very memorable experience I had in JRI na nakatulong sa akin no para mas ma-build ko yung self-esteem ko, yung the way I carry myself, pero mahihain pa rin ako doon. Ayan. So, after graduating in JRI, um, ang goal ko before is just to take courses na mag-lead into medicine. Gusto ko kasi maging doktor. Ayan, yun yung totoo. Pero hindi yun yung naging career ko but nung nag-take ako ng exam, dalawa lang actually yung nag-take ko and I think medyo wrong ako doon. Nag-take lang ako ng UPCAT sa UP tsaka PLM. So UP ang naging pumasa naman tayo pero ang course ko is any non-quota course. So ang ina-applyan ko that time is BS Chem. Kaso medyo hindi comfortable yung tatay ko na mag-BS Chem ako. Ayan. So, nandun na kami sa UP. I think mag-enroll na ako. Although, hindi yata BS Chem yung kunin ko kasi any non-quota course kung kunin during that time. Pero I want BS Chem. Pero parang ang gagawin ko during that time, ang pipiliin ko is more on the broadcast, not really broadcasting but communications. Kaso medyo hindi comfortable ang tatay ko. So ako yung medyo masunurin talaga akong anak. Ayan, during that time kung ano yung sinabi ng parents ko, kung ano yung suggestions nila, I take that into consideration. Ayan. So nag-enroll ako dito. So PLM. Sa Pamantasan ng Luzon ng Maynila kasi hindi ako natuloy sa UP. Ayan. So dito, I took up BS Psychology. Ayan, tinanong ako dati ng dean, bakit ka BBS Psychology? Okay? You're raising your hand, yeah? May questions ba yung 12 STEM A? Nag-erase yata sila ng hands. Ayan. So, you can, chat na lang if ever may questions, ha? Okay? So, ayan, going back, ayan, nag-enroll ako dito sa Pamantasan ng Luzon ng Maynila for BS Psychology kasi, ano pa rin siya, tawag nito, pwede pa rin siyang pre-med pa rin siya. So, I take that into consideration na sige pwede naman na mag-ano tayo mag-BS Psychology kasi pre-med pa rin. Okay? So ayun, nag-graduate ng psychology pero hindi ako natuloy mag-med kasi I have to take another 12 units no before ako makapag-NMAT. So NMAT ito yung ano siya para for mag-take ng medicine you have to pass that exam. Kasi during my time, yung mga classmates ko, they are already earning money. Kasi dito nag-start yung, if you're familiar with call centers, no? Yung time namin during our time, doon nag-start. So, nag-aaral pa lang kami ng fourth, kasi maluwag ang fourth year college. Parang only have two subjects, thesis, no? And the other one subject. So, sila nag-work na. So, syempre, no, nainggit kami, most of us, medyo nainggit sa iba naming classmates na, ay, nag-ano na sila, nag-work na sila. They are earning their own money. So, kami, hindi na kami nagtuloy na yung mga magpa-plan na mag-med, no, parang we are 10 in our batch or dun sa block namin, parang dalawa lang yung nagtuloy na mag-take ng med. Kasi nga, we are also eager, no, to earn money kasi medyo nainggit tayo do sa mga kaklase. Ayan. So, after graduation, I work in HR. Ayan, yun yung first job ko, HR. So, recruitment, no. Unfortunately, I think HR is not for me. Ayan. Ay, kasi I had some issues, no? Siyempre, during that time, very ideal ka pa, no? Kagagraduate mo, parang you want to put the theories in practice, no? Lahat ng natutunan mo, gusto mo i-apply, pero that's not the real world, eh. Ayan. So, ibang-iba siya in real world. Although, it's very important that you know the theories, pero pag pasok mo dun talaga sa company, meron silang sariling culture. And you need, medyo hindi siguro yung values ko, yung personal values ko, hindi pa nag-match doon sa first job ko. So, I left my job and then I work in a insurance company. Ayan. So, nasa sales naman ako. Although nung nasa sales ako, sabi ko sa inyo, mahihain ako, di ba? Pero nag-sales ako. Nag-marketing, nag-sales, ayan. So, very, parang, teka, mahihain ka pa rin nag-sales. Kasi nga, you also have the training. Ayun. I have a lot to think doon sa aking previous job, no? Nung nasa marketing ako kasi talagang, they really taught us how to present ourselves kasi nga sabi nila pag nasa sales ka, no, nasa marketing ka, hindi lang yung product mo yung binebenta mo. You're also selling, no, how you carry yourself. Okay? The way that you carry yourself, importante yon. So, medyo nagtagal din ako doon kasi the pay is very good. Hindi lang siya good, it's very good. It depends na lang if kung gaano ka kasipag magtrabaho. Ayan. Pero then, yes, I'm earning a lot, pero the pressure is too much for me. So, parang ako hinahanap. So, di ba nga nila parang kailangan mo talaga ng maging financially secure, no? Pero minsan, no, even if financially okay yung work mo, pero if it becomes too much of a burden then for you, no, na parang it's everyday gumigising ka, you're dragging yourself, no, para pumasok, hindi na rin siya healthy. So, dahil doon ay nag-aral uli ako. Ayan. So, meron ano sa akin, meron akong cousin, no? Nag-graduate din ng GRI actually, tapos nag-work siya ngayon sa Samal as guidance counselor. Sabi niya, kasi nag-resign ako sa work, sabi niya, mag-ano ka uli, mag-aral ka. Ayan, gusto mo mag-guidance counselor ka. Ayan, sabi ko, ano yun? Ayan, ganyan. Kasi syempre, I'm not familiar. Although I'm medyo familiar ako kasi I have one subject in counseling during sa psychology, no? Pero, hindi ko pa rin nag-grasp yung idea what is guidance counselor in school. In practice, wala pa rin akong masyadong idea. So, nagpunta kami doon sa prof niya. I was introduced, ayan. Tapos, ang kaso, ang sabi ng dean ng grad school, hindi ba ako pwede mag-enroll kasi I don't have units in education. Parang 3 units lang yung aking ang na-take ko nung college. So, kailangan ko ng 12 units. So parang another heartbreak on my part kasi sabi ko, ay gusto ko na parang naengganyo na ako. So sabi nila, mag-take ka muna ng teaching units. So I took up certificate in teaching program dito sa BPSU. Well, hindi, parang nag-stop ako mag-work dito kasi ang classes namin is everyday, 5 to 9. So medyo mag-aalanganin ako if mag-work ako during that time. So, ayun, doon ako na-inspire actually magturo. In one of, doon sa, the way kasi na my professor is teaching, talagang parang feel, iba yung atake niya, iba yung dating sa akin. So, parang medyo ako, na-inspired ako. Parang, I remember na parang nung kinder ako, gusto ko pala talaga maging teacher. I remember na naglalaro kami ng mga cousins ko. Tapos ako lagi yung teacher. So I really wanted also to be a teacher pero preschool. Ang gusto ko na maging estudyante. So parang doon nag-flashback na ay parang nung pa man pala pagiging nasa teaching profession na yung gusto ko. So, parang just needed 12 units, no, para makapag-MA ako ng counseling. But tinapos ko siya ng 1 year, yung certificate in teaching program, in order for me to take the board exam. Ayan, so sinuwerte tayo mag-board exam nung pumasa naman. And then, nag-masters na ako in guidance and counseling. So dito, during this time, nag-counseling na ako. Nasa private ako, pero may nag-invite sa akin na classmate ko rin. Kasi when you are in the grad school, no, you will also gain some connections. Ayun. So, importante talaga na meron tayong mga connections. So, yun, in-invite nila ako na mag-work sa government, no, as a guidance counselor. So, ayun, nagstay naman ako doon sa school na yun for about 5 years, I think, as a guidance counselor. Pero, parang alam niyo yun, na parang you have this certain passion na parang kulang pa rin yung knowledge ko, kulang pa rin yung nabibigay ko doon sa mga estudyante. So I took up my PhD in Guidance and Counseling in Philippine Normal University. So dito, syempre balik Manila na naman tayo. Tapos sa mga classmates ko dito all over the Philippines. Meron akong classmate na taga Sorsogon, tapos meron akong classmate na taga Marinduque. Tapos every Saturday, pumapasok sila. Okay? So, nagtitake sila ng, yung isa nagbo-boat siya for, nagpe-ferry, I think, ferry for 12 hours, tapos nagbibiyahe pa. And then, yung isa kong classmate traveling sila 12 hour, mga 10 to 12 hours din. So, parang, I have no excuse yan. So, wala akong excuse para mag-absent. Okay? Para hindi pumasok ng Sabado kasi ilang oras lang naman yung biyahe from dito sa atin, no? Ang klase namin is 7 a.m., 7:30 yata, uh, in the morning, Saturday. So, alis ako dito ng Bataan, 12, 2, I think. 2:30 to 3 yung daan ng bus. Kasi dapat 7:30 nandun kami kasi yung prof ko during that time, as in, kung klase mo is 7:30, 7:30 siya nagtuturo. So, yun yung medyo, ko parang, ay, hindi ako pwede mag-absent, no? Kailangan ko 'tong i-pursue kasi yung classmate ko nga taga Sorsogon, yung classmate ko taga Marinduque, pero pumapasok sila. Ayan. So that lead me to my current occupation. So right now, I'm a faculty member of the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences in BPSU Balanga. Ayan, familiar ba kayo kung saan yung BPSU Balanga campus? Anyone? Familiar kayo kung nasaan siya? Ayan, so merong mga nag-raise ng hand, no? Thank you. Ayan, so yung Balanga campus, nandun siya sa katabi halos ng St. Joseph's Hospital. Ayan. So, but aside from being a faculty member, I'm also the head of the Guidance and Counseling Unit of BPSU, and at the same time, guidance in charge at BPSU Orani Campus. So, actually, tatlong campus yung hawak ko. I mean, I'm working in three campuses right now. So, bilang faculty member, ayan, nasa Balanga campus ako bilang unit head ng counseling Guidance and Counseling Unit ng BPSU. Our office is in the main campus, tapos ito sa Orani campus. So, marami siyang responsibility actually. Ayan, so bigyan ko kayo ng kung ano ba yung mga responsibilities natin. So, bilang faculty member of the College of um, Social and Behavioral Sciences, no? So, I'm teaching Bachelor in Human Services program. So, bago lang tong course na to. I'm not sure if you are familiar no with the course, but yung course na Human Services, bago pa lang siya. So, it's on parang third year pa lang siya. So, it's a new course in CSBS. Ang focus niya is on advocating for the improvement of the mental health and well-being of individuals and communities. Okay? So, ito yung bagong course. So, hopefully, no, kung meron ilan sa inyo na nag-apply sa BPSU, you can also consider yung program na to kasi it's really, yung program na to, it's an advocacy also for the improvement nga ng mental health and well-being, hindi lang ng mga individuals but also communities. Okay? So, another responsibility that I have no as a faculty is to conduct research and extension services na related dun sa field of ng human services and psychology. So, ayan, kahit na nagtuturo na, ayan, nagre-research pa rin. So it's good that right now, 'di ba, you also have your research subject. So ngayon pa lang hasang-hasa na kayo sa research. Don't worry, magagamit niyo siya in work. Ayan, kasi malaki no yung tulong ng research in order to give the best services no doon sa ating mga clienteles. So ayun, that's my responsibility as a faculty. Okay? As the head of the guidance and counseling unit, no. So this is a designation, no. So I'm the one responsible for the mental health program of the university as well as in developing preventive and therapeutic counseling mechanism, no, ng university. So provide career counseling, no. So if we are invited, no, to conduct career counseling like this, no, or career about career counseling, about career motivation. Ayan, kami yung I'm responsible for handling those and also referral system, no? Very important kasi sa work namin yung referral system. Minsan, no, bilang isang counselor, hindi mo naman kasi alam lahat, no? So, there are times na kailangan mo siyang i-refer to ibang profession. So, as the head of the guidance unit, ito yung mga responsibilities ko. Okay? Bilang guidance in charge no ng Orani Campus, ang work nito is more on the creation and implementation of the counseling service as well as the psychological testing. Ayan. So syempre no importante, no? Kung makita ninyo, medyo marami akong responsibilities right now, no? I'm also teaching every Saturday sa graduate school naman ng BPSU. So, I only have Sunday as my rest, no? Kasi ang pasok ko is around 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. every day. Ayan. So medyo malaki no yung responsibilities and importante no sa akin yung work ethics. No, gusto ko din i-share sa inyo no na importante yung pagkakaroon natin ng work ethics no. Like ako personally one of the work ethics na gusto ko i-share sa inyo is yung commitment to excellence, 'di ba? So, we really have to put efforts no na ma-ensure na yung mga initiatives natin no are well planned and impactful. So, magtatrabaho na rin tayo. Bakit hindi pa natin ibigay yung best natin? Okay? So, as you go along no, parang you just don't meet your expectations, but you also have to strive para ma-exceed yun. Okay? So, we're not looking for perfection na baka sabihin nyo, you need to be perfect. Hindi. Uh, what you need is to be, to excel in your craft. Okay? Another one is siguro yung strong sense of responsibility. No? Siyempre, ako personally, I take on a heavy workload right now. But I have to ensure that both my teaching career, yung mga estudyante ko, yung central office namin, and also yung campus na hawak ko, nabibigyan ko lahat ng time, no? So, although it becomes overwhelming at times, dahil na pag marami kayo talagang mga trabaho, but you have to be responsible, you have to be accountable, no, doon sa mga ginagawa natin. And also, you have to be, I think, no, yung resilient and adaptable. Kasi when you manage multiple responsibilities, no, medyo may mga challenges, no, na darating sa inyo. But importante that you know how to adjust, no, these challenges. Ayan. So, let our work ethics be parang demonstrate our strong commitment no to service. Kasi ang work ko is service oriented talaga. It's not about the money. Although minsan nagiging issue 'yon, pero right now hindi na siya issue no, yung money kasi more on service oriented nga. Ito yung profession na pinili ko. So, it gives me more fulfillment no, more than the financial na nakukuha ko is yung service no na binibigay ko sa mga estudyante namin and mga clientels namin. And also yung professional growth, wag niyong kakalimutan yon. Hindi tayo pwede maging stagnant even if nag-graduate na kayo, nagtrabaho na kayo. Importante pa rin na you go for professional growth. You still attend seminars, workshops kasi lagi ko to sinasabi, we don't have the monopoly of knowledge, no? Kahit sobrang talino nyo, you don't have the monopoly of knowledge. And you can always learn from other people. Ako, personally, I learn from my students eh. Marami pa rin ako natututunan sa kanila. Ayan. So, yung work ethics, no, kapag nagtrabaho na kayo, very important yon. And hopefully, no, you will have those key qualities, no, para ma-define yung ano bang approach to work ninyo. Kasi importante na yung work ethics nyo is congruent, no, with the value, at saka yung values nyo is congruent also to the values of the organization where you are working. Okay? So sabi doon sa binigay sa akin na parang pointers, I have to tell you daw how much is my salary. Ayan. So, I won't give you the exact figure, but right now, no, it took me years actually to have this kind of salary na kaya ko na kaya mag-provide, no, for the family without going abroad. Ayun. Medyo malaki na rin siya. Sapat na siya no na kaya nang bumuhay ng ng pamilya. But yes, pero ano pa rin, of course, may makakakonting ipon no. Pero I just started to enjoy this salary the past 2 years pa lang naman. It took me a lot of hard work no Kasi nga, I mean, na academe, so importante that I really strive hard, no? So, ano din, may pera din, meron ding ano, you just have to be consistent, no, sa work mo para maano din, syempre kailangan din natin na patuloy tayong nag-aaral, no, para ma-promote tayo. So, right now, I'm on an, ano naman, financially stable na kaya ko nang mag-provide for my family without thinking of going abroad pa. Ayun. Pero syempre, no, it took me a lot of ano din, courage, no? A lot of thinking kung paano, kung ito nga ba yung career na pipiliin ko. So, I want to share this to you, no? Na hopefully magamit ninyo in making your career decisions. Ayan. So, unang-una is yung self-assessment. Ayan. Nagsa-self-assessment ba ang mga taga-GRI? Yung mga students natin, nagtatry na ba kayo mag-self-assessment? Ayan, no? So, first, di ba, you have to assess ano ba yung interest nyo, ano yung values nyo, and ano yung personality niyo. It's very important, no? You have to consider these factors, no? Kasi, syempre, no, um, hindi tayo, mahirap para sa atin, no, na hindi nagmamatch yung ating interest with the kind of job na kukunin natin. Pero be aware na yung mga assessments, no, it cannot define you or tell you kung ano yung dapat yung gawin. Pero sila, yung self-assessment, no, it suggests areas for further exploration, no, to give you a place where you can begin your research in terms of looking for the career that you want. Okay? So, ang assessment, syempre, you have, hindi lang siya assessment per se, but there are different components kung ano yung i-assess natin. For example, yung skills ninyo. Okay? For example, communication skills, no? Syempre, very valuable, no? Yung pagkakaroon ng good communication skills. And it's highly transferable. So, ibig sabihin yan, in almost all job, having a good communication skills is very important, no? So, you have to really identify, no, ano ba yung skills nyo and paano mo siya mako-connect doon sa career options na gusto mo. Other than skills, of course, yung interest nyo very important din, no? But of course, your interest nyo, hindi naman siya as is lang yun kasi it may change, no? As you are being introduced to new areas of studies and having new experiences. So, importante that right now, no, napipili kayo ng course ninyo na mag-reflect kayo dun sa inyong interest in relation sa skills nyo and personality. So, you can start your reflection by asking different questions. For example, ano ba yung mga activities na nagbibigay ng appeal sa akin? Okay? Or pwede nyo na sabihin, ano ba yung mga issues? Or ano ba yung mga causes? Ano ba yung mga advocacies na important sa akin? Yan. Kasi it will pick, ano ba yung interest mo, di ba? Okay? Pwede nyo rin tanongin, kailan ba kayo naging pinakamasaya sa life ninyo? Ayan. So, ano yung ginagawa nyo noong naging pinakamasaya kayo? So that can be also one of the questions that you can use to reflect or ano ba yung mga favorite subjects natin? Okay? And ano yung meron doon sa mga subject na yon kaya parang very appealing siya sa inyo? Mm. Or pwede nyo rin tanungin, who do you admire the most and bakit? Bakit nyo siya ina-admire? Okay? So those are the questions, no, that you can use, no, to assess your interest. Yan. Another one component, no, ng self-assessment is yung personality. Siyempre, di ba, we are very unique, no? Each one of us have unique characteristics na nag-i-influence sa thoughts natin, no, sa behaviors, sa decisions natin, and how do we engage in the world. So, yung perfect job for one person, it can be totally wrong for another one. So, you can ask yourself, ang gaano bang interaction with other people yung kailangan ko dun sa work na gusto ko? Okay? So, mas prefer nyo ba yung parang you are more inventive or mas gusto niyo yung kayo ng mga practical matters or gusto niyo yung work na gagawin niyo is more of measurable siya or gusto niyo yung parang may impact kayong nagagawa sa ibang tao. Yun. So those things, no, very important din siya in terms of personality. Okay? And another one or the last one, no, na pwedeng yung dimension na tignan is yung values ninyo. Yan. So making choices consistent with your values, it's a key component of career satisfaction. So example, no, kapag ang values mo as a person is parang gusto mo you make a difference, no? You make a difference in other people, no? So, dapat ano mo siya, i-address mong mabuti if yung values na yon is meron ba ano ba yung mga career related values, no? Na pwede ano ba yung mga career na pwede kong tahakin because of that career-related value. Kasi syempre magkakaiba pa rin tayo. Ibig sabihin ninyo, ang value, hindi mo kasi pwedeng sabihin na I just want to make a difference. Ayun, para sabihin mo, ito kasi yung values ko as a person. I want to make a difference. Pero, yung question natin doon is, what kind of difference you want to make? In what field? Ayun. So you have to reflect on that. You have to self-assess on that in order for you to gauge no kung yung particular course ba yun is suited para sa inyo. Okay? Any questions so far? Clear ba tayo? Kaya pa? Okay. Again, I get a thumbs up kung okay pa tayo. Alright? So after self-assessment, no, another one that you can do is to identify and research options, no? Siyempre, yung mga doctors, yung mga teachers, no, they are among the jobs that we know already. Pero meron pa yung thousands of jobs na available, no? And these are created kasi nag-evolve yung mga industries natin. Okay? Kasi before noon, during my time, hindi pa naman sikat noon yung virtual assistant or yung, kung baka naririnig mo yung mga VAs, no? Pero right now, and nag-spring na siya, no? Ang dami ng, marami na nag-work as VA kasi nga, work from home lang siya. Okay? So we have to, explore the range of our career options, no? And wag niyo i-limit yung sarili niyo doon sa career na familiar lang kayo. Okay? So learn as much as you can about the different employers no within your field of interest. So kung ang interest nyo is on social science, dapat research nyo ano ba yung mga work na in line with um, social sciences. If ang gusto mo naman is more on the broadcasting and um, or sabihin natin no communication arts, ano yung mga different jobs na possible career path mo doon sa communication in terms of communication, in terms of broadcasting, no? So you have to search, no, immerse yourself, no, in publication, no, in reading publications, searching the net, no, and using other resources, no, para maintindihan natin ano ba yung mga course in that particular field. Kasi matutulungan kayo nito, no, para makapag-develop kayo ng list na magiging mga target employers ninyo in the future, no? And prepare for your networking for some interviews, no? So, importante, identify natin, i-research ano ba yung mga jobs na connected, no? Doon sa ating parang interest, no? Ano ba yung mga career options na possible doon sa ating mga interest na nagtutugma din sa ating value, sa ating personality. Ayan. Wag lang tayo doon sa kilala lang natin. For example, sabihin natin, social science, psychology yan. Pag math, accountancy yan. Okay? So, marami pa kayong pwedeng makuha or matake na courses no na or programs na related doon sa career path na gusto niyo. Yan. Okay, another one, no, is you have to evaluate daw and prioritize, no? So, kailangan, no, magkaroon din kayo ng reality check, no, doon sa career gusto nyong explore or gusto ninyong kuhanin, no. Iwi nyo yung pros and cons and evaluate nyo if nagmamatch nga ba siya kung sino ka at saka kung ano talaga yung gusto mo. Okay? So, pwede mong tanungin, ano ba yung mga naging initial reaction ninyo noong nag-research kayo tungkol dun sa field or dun sa career na possible na kuhanin ninyo. Okay? Kung nag-appeal ba siya sa inyo, ilista nyo ano ba yung pros and cons, no? Or pwedeng tingnan ninyo, no? Ano ba yung mga skills, knowledge, and experience na kailangan ninyo para mas maging competitive kayo doon sa field na papasukan ninyo. Okay? Are you interested ba enough doon sa field na yon para ma-develop yung skills or knowledge na kakailanganin ninyo? Kasi sabi natin yung skills, di ba, it is uh, hindi siya overnight na nakukuha. So, dindevelop siya over time. So, importante is, are you willing to take the risk, no? To learn about that particular skills. Ganon mo ba kagusto yung work na yon, yung job na yon, yung career path na yon para mag-develop ka ng mga skills na to. Ayan. So, importante din no na maintindihan natin no na walang career na perfect match no. Pero meron bang less desirable components na makikita natin? Okay? So, if after your research no na nakita na yung career field na to is parang not for you, that's fine. Pero after all, importante is natulungan kayo ng pagre-research ninyo para ma-clarify ano ba yung good fit no sa inyo. Ano bang career yung good fit sa inyo? Okay? So, also baka sabihin nyo, ay kasi mababa yung sweldo niya. Nakita ko yung sweldo niya ganito lang pag nag-entry level ako. Pag pumasok ko sa career na to, eto lang yung sweldoin ko, hindi siya magiging enough. Eh, baka kasi yun din yung iniisip ninyo. So, you have to keep in mind na yung mga entry-level positions o yung pagka-graduate nyo, papasok kayo agad kayo, they tend to have less desirable components. Pero, of course, this will serve as stepping stone, no, para sa future ninyo. So, you need to think beyond just not the first job, no, pero you have to look forward for more senior positions. Siyempre, pagpasok mo, hindi ka agad boss, no? You have to take that for consideration. Kaya hindi pa ganun kalaki yung sweldo. Baka kasi minsan maano kayo, ma-discourage kayo because of the sweldo. Sabi yung tagal-tagal ko nag-aral. Ano. Tapos ito lang yung sweldo ko. Siyempre, hindi naman tayo lahat, no, super swerte na agad-agad ang laki, no, ng sweldo. So, for example, it took me another 10 years, no. 10 years ako ulit nag-aral, no. After graduating in college, after working, nung nag-aral ako kung nakita niyo yung pinakita ko kanina na grad school, it took me 10 years before I graduated, no, my PhD. So, ang laki din ng investment na nilabas ko. And it didn't pay off immediately. 2019 pa ako natapos ng ng PhD ko. Pero it took me another couple of years before ko masabi sa sarili ko na I'm reaping the fruits of my labors na. Ayan. So, huwag kayong ma-discourage, no? Na because yung entry level, hindi ganun kataas yung sweldo, ah, parang ayaw nyo na yon. So, lagi naman, no, it's stepping stone lang siya for your future. So, importante, nagmamatch talaga yung interest nyo, yung goals ninyo, yung likes ninyo, interest, and also yung values, no, doon sa career na job na gusto nyo. Alright? So, we have another one. Take action and try options na. So, ito na, for example, no, ito na talaga yung gusto kong career path na kuhanin, no. You can gain or you can try those career options no, and gain some experience through internship or 'di ba I think you have yung mga immersion, 'di ba? Tama ba may immersion ang mga grade 12 ba ang may immersion? Alright, no? Dahil meron naman kayong immersion, no? You can try out, no, yung mga career na to. Kasi during immersion, ma-observe naman ninyo, no? Kung paano yung work nila doon sa particular field na yon. So, it can also help you, no, to gain experience and after nun, you can always reflect and evaluate. During and after or during your immersion, uh, natutuwa ka ba doon sa nakikita mo? Enjoyable ba yung field na yon? What if hindi? Okay? Ano ba yung mga aspects ng inyong experience doon sa inyong pag OJT or immersion, yung challenging, and saan kayo feeling nyo nag-excel? Uh, was it the work itself ba? Or has it something to do with the people, no, na kasama ninyo? So if you're taking time to reflect, you're also learning more, no, about the type of work and the environment you will find most satisfying. So kapag nag-immersion kayo, no, hindi lang kasi baka sabihin niyo observe lang, no. Pero dapat you observe intently. Tingnan niyo yung kind of job na ginagawa nila para if ever, no, you will also find time, no, or parang find time to reflect and consider yung job na yon. Kasi I remember yung iba naming mga nag-immersion, no, before. They also took up psychology and ayun, parang nag-enjoy sila, no, dun sa kind of work uh, na meron kami. So, sila din, no, they also tried out yung paano ba yung maging nasa counseling, ayan. So, they took up psychology also, psychology courses in BPSU. So, kayo tingnan din ninyo yung career options ninyo through internship or immersion. Tingnan nyo kung feeling nyo mag enjoy ba kayo doon sa type of work. Kung ito bang career path yung kukunin ko, will it be fit sa akin as a person. Okay? So, yun yung mga different career options or career tips na pwede kong ibigay sa inyo. Of course, you have to reflect, no? You have to research also. You evaluate yourself, no? Take action, no? Through immersion and again, reflect and reevaluate. So, ito yung mga career, no? Career tips na or career decision tips na ginawa ko din kasi syempre, di ba, sabi ko nga sa inyo, iba-iba rin yung job na pinasukan ko until such time na I found my para may true north, no, na service-oriented talaga yung job na gusto ko. Pero, what if there's a plot twist? Yan. Di ba gustong-gusto natin to yung mga plot twist, no? Okay? So, sabi kasi, merong theory, no, in career planning na sinasabi na career planning daw isn't the only way to get ahead in a career. So, minsan, no, planadong-planado na natin siya na parang, ay hindi, eto talaga yung course na kukunin ko. Yan. So, we like to think that we're in control of our lives. But the truth is, minsan may mga events, no, na nag-unfold na lang in an unpredictable way. Yan. So, minsan kahit sabihin natin, ito gustong-gusto ko na talaga to. Ito na talaga yung kukunin ko, decided na ako, hindi nyo na ako mapipigilan. But minsan, may mga circumstances na darating sa buhay natin na mag-shift, no? Para maiiba yung ating mga pananaw sa buhay na parang, hindi, ito na pala. Ito yung gusto kong kuhanin na career. So, meron na ba kayong narinig na nagsabi, parang it's actually a funny story, pero I never thought that I will be this or I will do this. Yan. So ako parang funny story din talaga yun sa akin kasi I'll never thought na I'll be speaking in front of you, na I'll be working as a faculty member, no, as a teacher. Kasi hindi nga ako, sobrang mahihain ko, hindi ko kayang pumarap in front. Ayan. So, minsan, no, may mga nangyayari talaga sa buhay natin, no, na possible na magkaroon or makatulong para ma-shift, no, yung gusto natin na career path. So minsan no, nakakabigla or mabibigla tayo doon sa nangyari na yun na parang sabihin nyo, hindi, ito lang talaga yung career. What if financially hindi na kaya or medyo mas na-engage kayo, no? So I want you to parang be familiar, no, with the 5 skills, no, na importante in dealing with chance opportunities. Yan. So may mga happenstance kasi na parang hindi naman bigla na lang siya nangyari, hindi siya planned, no? So I want you to parang develop also these 5 skills, no, that can help you. Una-una is yung curiosity. Sabi nga natin, a curious mind is open, no, for exploration and also for opportunities. So yung curiosity natin, rather, it will help you engage in the outside world, no? Come up with several questions and tumutulong din siya, 'di ba, yung pagiging curious natin para ma-process yung whatever we have learned. So, what if medyo na-intriga kayo, may nagsabi sa inyo, oh, why not take Bachelor in Human Services? Service-oriented person ka naman, 'di ba? Mas gusto mo naman yung nag-volunteer, tumutulong sa kapwa mo, you are very much engaged in improving the mental health and wellness of your classmates, of your schoolmates. Why not try Bachelor in Human Services? So, ano yung mga Siyempre, no, it can also parang spark yung curiosity natin. So, ano yung pwede natin gawin? You can join an parang online forum. You can research, no, about what is that course, no? And you can also spend time with people na merong ganong interest, no, same as you, no? And you can always ask questions, no? Huwag kayong mahiya na magtanong. And always be, parang ready to listen. Yan. Kasi syempre, by doing that, mag-grow yung circle ninyo. No, yung social circle nyo, medyo lalawak siya, and it will give you a better chance of bumping into unexpected opportunity. So, let's be, parang, let's type, yung curiosity nyo, gamitin natin in parang good way in terms of career opportunities. Another one is yung persistence, no? Syempre, no, some things are harder than what we expect. So, minsan, no, yung mga efforts natin, no, hindi rin naman siya nag-pay off right away. So, minsan, ang dami na nating attempts, no, na ginagawa pero hindi pa rin tayo nagsasucceed, no. So, if ganun yung nangyayari, we have to try the different approaches, no, para ma-achieve yung goal natin. Okay? So, you learn also from each attempt, no? Ask others for help. Ayan, minsan kasi sa sobrang ma-pride natin, no? We don't ask for help. Pero let's be humble enough, no? To accept na hindi natin alam lahat. Hindi natin kaya lahat ng bagay. So, we can always ask for help. No? So, believing in yourself actually goes a long way. Ayan. And then we also have to be flexible, no? So, let's have an open mind and let's keep our options open. Ayun, tulad ng sabi ko sa inyo, kahit na sobrang yung career planning mo, hindi, eto lang ako, eto lang yung cooking ko. May mga consequences na nangyayari, no, na hindi natin maiiwasan. Like, for example, yung financial difficulties, no, possible na mangyari, kaya yung iba nagsishift sila ng courses nila, no, kahit na, for example, gusto mo talaga maging doktor, but yung finances mo hindi siya abot, no, for that particular course. So, let's be flexible, let's have, no, let's keep our options open. So, let's welcome yung mga views na different from our own, and let's try to learn from them. Okay? And next one, or fourth, make a huge difference in you. Diba? Siyempre, iba pag lagi tayong positive lang. Kasi parang you bring the good energy in you in a particular room, hindi bad vibes, no? And you're happy when things go your way, no? And at least, no, it's nothing, naman, personal. So, siyempre, yung mga optimistic people kasi, kapag may disappointment, no, na nangyayari sa kanila, they can bounce back quickly, no? So, let's practice optimism, no? So, how can we do that? Siyempre, first, surround yourself with people who are optimistic, no? And also try to avoid focusing on the past mistakes or disappointments. Kasi minsan, di ba, na-resolve na natin yung issues na yun. But kapag meron na naman kayo nagkaroon ng, sabihin natin, miscommunication, no, with your friends, babalik na naman kayo doon sa, sa issue na na-resolve na. Okay? So avoid focusing on the past mistakes and weekends for your own, also for the others. Okay? So let's be mindful then, no, how you phrase your thoughts and opinions. Kasi minsan how you no, parang phrase your thoughts, minsan nagiging negative siya. So we have to reframe those thoughts, no? And last one is yung risk taking, no? So, I think it's also important, no? Taking a chance isn't always easy, no? Kasi syempre yung unknown, very scary talaga yan. Lalo na kung yung course na kukunin mo, hindi ka naman, parang, yes, gusto mo siya, pero hindi ganon ka-familiar, no? But I think yung fear ng unknown, no, it gives you also, parang, uh, it gives you a sense of curiosity, persistence and flexibility and also optimism. Kung nagre-restate tayo, no? Importante lang is that hindi natin ginagamit yung fear of unknown natin para mag-take tayo ng advantage, no, sa ibang tao. Okay? So, risk-taking, it will give you parang you have to, in risk taking, you also have to consider, ano ba yung pwede mong malose in that particular situation. Pero, what can you gain out of it, no? So, you just have to trust yourself, no? Kasi if you don't take a chance, you'll never know what you missed. Also, syempre, kailangan calculated naman din ang risking na. Hindi man yung sobrang pang take parang mawawala lahat, no? Because of your risk taking. So, importante is that calculated, meron kayong fallback, meron kayong plan A, meron kayong plan B. Okay? Okay? So, yung sinabi ko sa inyo to, yung 5 skills na to with chance, career opportunities, yung approach na to, hindi ibig sabihin that you should stop your planning and leave your career path entirely to chance, no? Uh, itong skills na to, it's meant to be paired, no? Doon sa structured planning natin, hindi para i-replace siya. So, yung ginawa natin, yung kanina discuss natin, pwede natin siyang idagdag na skills kasi nga, what if some opportunities in terms of your career path happens, no? So, ito yung mga skills na pwede natin gamitin. Okay? Pero whatever the situation is, opportunities can always come on your way, no? And you can do a lot, no, para ma-prepare yung sarili ninyo, no? At kayo mga high school students pa rin kayo para to make the most out of the encounter that will happen, no? So yung opportunity, it knocks, no? But sometimes very quietly, no? And it moves on, no? So your career, no, to plan for those chance opportunities. So you have to recognize them, no, and seize the moment. Okay? So hopefully, no, itong mga career tips na binigay ko sa inyo and also itong mga discussion about the 5 skills, no, in terms of chance encounter, it will help you, in dealing you with your career, in choosing the career path that you want. So it's never easy, no? There will always be bump along the way. Pero ang importante is that nag-move on kayo, no? Kasi it's a process din. Your career is a process. So, hindi laging nasa taas kayo. Meron mga times na you will also doubt, no? Tama ba tong ano na to, tama ba tong career path na pinili ko? Tama ba tong course na pinili ko? But at the end of the day, you always go back to your core, no? Sino ba ako sa person? Ano ba ang mga skills ko? Ano ba ang values ko? Ano ba yung interest ko? and it will always lead you to the proper one or to the right career path. Right? So with that, thank you very much and magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. I'll be ano na po, open for any questions or clarifications that okay. I think I have a question here. If your parents daw are against sa job na gusto mo and they want you to take the job you don't want, what should we do? Okay. So of course, open communication with your parents is very important. You have to show them the pros and cons of the course na pipiliin ninyo. Ayan. Kasi baka ano lang, and when you talk to your parents, you talk in such a way na ibinebenta mo yung I mean, sabi ko nga sa inyo, 'di ba? In choosing your career path or importante na nakikita nung ano ng another party what's the beauty of that particular career, no? Kasi syempre no, we have pa rin yung mga traditional parents no na minsan ang gusto nilang career path is or career or course for the children yung mga kilala lang nila. And minsan merong yung mga gusto natin na hindi pa familiar. So, in yung tulad ng tinuro ko sa inyo kanina na you can always research and show your researches to your parents. Dapat meron kang daladalang proof, no, na this career, kung ano yung course na yon. Hindi pwede na sasabihin mo lang sa parents mo na, ay, ito yung gusto kong course. Ayan. Pero you have to show them, no, ano ba yung course na yun? Ano ba yung mga job opportunities na nandun? Ano ba yung mga skills na dapat meron doon? And if you think na
Thank you very much, Ma'am Rochelle. The the floor is open now for the Q&A. Some more questions? I think grade 12 ABM, they have a question. They are raising their hands. Sige po, lapit po kayo sa microphone so we can hear you. Ma'am Bev, meron po ba? Meron po ba from grade 12 ABM? Wala daw po. What about from grade 10 students? Ayan po, ma'am, we have one question from the chat box. Naging mahirap po ba sa inyo ang pag-aaral ng college sa age na 16 or 17?
No naman, hindi naman siya naging mahirap on my part. Although sa Manila ako nag-aral that time, kasi yung kasama ko sa dorm are also from Orani, mga graduates din ng GRI. No? So, yung familiarity, no, with these people, mga tiga dito rin kasi sila and graduate pa din sila ng GRI. So, hindi siya ganun kahirap, no? But siguro din focus lang din ako dun sa goal ko during that time kasi I have this personality na medyo kailangan parang siguro din people are expecting from me. Ayun. To be honest, yun din. Yung nagpo-push sa akin na although naho-homesick ako at times, no, but although, ano din, do not be too hard on yourself kasi I did that to mine and medyo nahirapan ako. But hindi siya gano'n naging kahirap kasi nga I'm focused with my goal. Kasi nga ayoko mapahiya kasi I graduated valedictorian. No? Tapos I have to sustain that even if nasa college ako. Ayun. So hindi siya gano'n kahirap. Ayan. I think may questions pa rin po dito. Ano po ang mapapayo ninyo sa mga mag-aaral sa malayong lugar tulad ng Manila? Ayun. So siguro no dahil nga nag-aral din ako sa Manila, you also have to Ako weekly akong umuuwi. Ayan. So siguro communication, para hindi kayo ma-homesick. Good communication or open communication with your family still. Ayan. Tapos, focus on your goal. Ano ba ang goal ninyo? I think, di ba, syempre yung makatapos kayo ng pag-aaral. So, focus on your goal. Tapos, siguro ano din, self-care, no? Very important siya. No, hindi naman ibig sabihin na focus ka sa goal mo, you won't have time for yourself, no? So, you also need some rest, no? If kapag kailangan talaga na matulog, yan. And ako, I avoid talaga, ayan, walang, kasi syempre during our time, usong-uso pa dun yung mga nagbabar, ganyan. So, I never experienced that in college. Ayan. It's a hard rule for myself na kasi yung mga classmates ko, ay, na tayo sa ganyan. Katatapos ng exam, we deserve it. Lahat we deserve. Pero syempre, no, discipline, no, very important. It's not every day that you will be motivated. But if you are disciplined, mas magiging madali yon. So I think discipline yung ano, is one of the keys na nakatulong sa akin para makagraduate ng maayos while nasa Manila ako. Eh,
Some more question here. Ano po ang mapapayo ninyo kung paano ma-overcome ang fear sa public speaking?
okay, so that's also one of the fears that I have, no? So practice. Ayun. Practice and practice kasi yung skills, no, nakukuha siya through practice. Kasi kapag hindi mo na siya practice, of course, hindi siya, mawawala yung skills na yun. Public speaking is a skill. So, right now, kapag sinabi ng prof nyo na you stand in front and uh, mag-discuss ka or kunwari may tinatanong sa inyo, mag-discuss ka, yan, you go for it. Tapos, kayo yung mag-lead in flag ceremonies, ayan. So, yung mga simpleng bagay na ganun, it can, parang boost your morale. So, start as early as now para na mag-engage in public speaking para hindi kayo mahirapan no during that pag nag-aral na kayo or you are in your career path. Ako kasi until now, meron pa rin ako fear, ayoko pa rin minsan na pag even if in work, no, o ikaw yung mag-lead, ganyan. Kasi I'm more of, introvert talaga ako. Pero because of the work that I have, I have to speak in front of my bosses. So, ayun, practice lang ng practice. Pag may meeting with my colleagues, ako na yung nagsasabi, no, sige, ako yung mag-lead ng meeting, no. Para, para na mo na, ma-assess mo na yung sarili mo na, ay, kapag nag-speak ako in front of my boss, ganito lang, chill lang ako kasi nga napapractice na ako. Ayan, so, practice makes perfect. Ayan.
Okay, so practice is the key. Last question na po, Ma'am Rochelle. Pero
Sino
may
po ang
pumasok pa pong
pinaghuhugutan
isa.
niyang lakas para, okay, sino pinaghuhugutan niyang lakas para maging successful? Of course, family, importante sa akin. I'm a family-oriented person. So, family is always my inspiration to do work. Tsaka, of course, yung mga, kasi dahil service-oriented person ako, yung mga clientels ko, yung mga students ko, ayan, I want to give the best that I could, no, sa mga students ko. That's why I still study, until now, kahit yung mga seminars, workshops lang. Ayan po.
All right. So I think this is the last question, ma'am. Or would you recommend working a part-time job while studying college po? Thank you po.
Alright. So we have right now no, marami akong mga estudyante rin na nagwo-work part-time. And minsan nakakaano rin siya. How will I say it? Minsan nakakalimutan nila that they are student first. Yan. Before silang at the end of the day, lagi namin kasi marami akong mga ganitong students na nagkakaroon ng failing grades, nagkakaroon ng incomplete kasi hindi nagma-match yung schedule nila with the work and the sa classes nila. So, I always tell them na you have to be honest din doon sa boss ninyo na ito yung schedule nyo. Kasi yung iba binabago po ang schedule para makakuha sila ng maraming hours, no? So, you have to be, if kung kailangan talaga mag part-time, go for it, no? Kasi syempre, yung mga finances natin kailangan din. Pero you have to be honest, no? Sa inyong mga boss na meron kayong schedule na papasukan yung classes nyo. And you have to prioritize always na estudyante pa rin kayo before kayong nag-work. Ayun. Importante, no? Na-instill natin sa isip natin and time management will always be the key. Ayan po.
All right. Thank you very much, Ma'am Rochelle, for enthusiastically imparting your wise and useful insights to our grades 10 and 12 students. We are certain that your advice will influence them in selecting a strand and career path that will help them forge a successful future. We are grateful to have you today, and GRI is very, very proud of you. Once again,